Hey YouTubers, it is me Wes, and I'm gonna just give my testimony on how I got to be where I am with my faith and my trust in God. And so yeah, it all kind of started back in when I was a little boy. I went to church. My parents made me go to church, and it kind of felt like a chore sometimes. Um, I always kind of believed that there was a God and that there was a heaven, but just kind of didn't really. It wasn't prominent in my mind, and I never followed the crowds that would go out and drink, especially when it got through like middle and high school. I never really got into those kinds of crowds, but I had problems of my own. I struggle with a lot of different things like sexual immorality and stuff. Not that I went out and had sex with people or anything like that, because I barely even had any relationships. But it was just other things, things that a lot of guys struggle with. And eventually, 3 years ago, I had my skiing accident, and I was given a second chance. Um, I God had just let me know what was up. I was in the hospital and I thought I was gonna die. I really did, and I kept on hearing a voice in my head saying, "You're gonna die. You're gonna die." And I'm like, "Please don't let me die. I'll do anything. You're gonna die. You're gonna die." And I was like, "Please don't let me die. I'll do anything." And so I ended up being given a second chance. And at first, as soon as I was out of the hospital and feeling better and stuff, I kind of started going back towards my old past and started doing some stupid things. But then I realized that that wasn't the path for me to take. And I started attending this thing called Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And we had worship services on Mondays, and I really enjoyed going to them. And I started going to church on my own because I wanted to. And I had this passion for learning more and more about the Bible, and I had so many questions that I wanted to get answered. And so I was just intrigued. And eventually I was in FCA one day, and there were a few of us that went up front because the guy up front had asked if any of us wanted to recommit our lives to Jesus Christ, or to ask him to be like, our personal savior. I don't think he actually said that night, but when I went up to the front, that's what I felt like I was doing, was I was giving it all over to God. And so I went up there, and a few people prayed over me and this other guy, Max Garner, and we both just, it was amazing. And eventually me and him became really good friends. And I'd like to say thank you, Max, for being supportive of me. And about a year and a half ago, I was in kind of a pretty bad relationship. It wasn't really good. Not good for my health either. I did some stupid things. But I forgive that person, and I forgive myself for the things that happened during that relationship. But without having gone through the experiences I've had, and without having made those mistakes that I have, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I'm so thankful for God's forgiveness. And it was near the end of my senior year, just this past year, and I was just praying that I could just give everything to God and stop worrying about like relationships and stuff like that. And so I was not worrying about getting a relationship. For in Romans it talks about, those who aren't married or in a relationship, it's better not to be, because you can focus more on God and all that. So I was just wanting to give it all to God, and I was like, if you want me to get married one day, if you want to provide me with a wife, because you know my heart, let it be, but right now I'm going to give it all to you. And not even a week later, Shelby, my now fiance, came into my life, and I was just overtaken. It was just like friendship at first, but the feelings and emotional feelings just grew so quickly, and it wasn't all about physical attraction, but rather I felt connected with her spirit whenever we would hang out, and I was just so thankful to have met her. And our relationship has just prospered and grown ever since. And I'm now engaged to her, and most of our relationship has been long distance. And we're doing it, and it's amazing. Um, and I can't wait to one day spend the rest of my life with her, like actually settle down with her, and after we get married. And so that's kind of how I found God, was just after my accident. I started really wanting to know more about the Bible, and so I got a good group of friends around me that would be there for me, and I could ask questions, and um, I'm really thankful for that. And that's about it right now. If any of you have any questions, or would like to ask me more about God, or you have inquiries of your own, or if you've ever been through certain struggles and stuff and you'd like to talk about it, feel free to send me a personal message on YouTube, or you can send it to my email, theamp4life@gmail.com. You can send it to me. I'll put the email in the description below. And guys, I just thank you for watching this, and it's not even about watching this video, it's about spreading the news of Christ and how He's worked in our lives. And I just thank you all for watching this, and I wish you all the best, and may God bless you.